Hi, my name is Andrea and I'm a student at SMK Kota Samarahan. I'm 17 years old student and have a dream to become a businesswoman. I want to have a cosmetic line product one day. So today I have Mr. Silas.
Okay, so let me just quickly introduce myself. My full name is Silas bin Michael Martin. I have a bin because I am from Melanau heritage.
Alright.
Okay, here in Sarawak. So my main business is actually in events and communications. And currently I'm also a BMW motorrad instructor. So I am a motorcycle instructor for advanced skills, defensive skills, on-road and off-road. I'm also a tour guide, so I'm quite like a jack of all trades.
To be honest, I'm really amazed with you, Mr. Silas. So can you tell me further how you start the business?
I started off as an engineer. I'm a civil engineering graduate from Unimas, and I worked as an engineer for 6 months.
Wow.
And during that time, I was also in a band called Even Star, and so we had a record deal, being an indie band, performing across Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore. Being 24, I wanted to explore more about life, and I think life should be colorful.
Yeah.
So I went to pursue the entertainment industry with my band. And during that time, I also slowly moved into the world of events. I worked for a company as an events manager, and eventually I moved on and started up my company at 26. Alright, so how did I go into it? Basically, I believe that during that time, there was room for fun events which involve a lot of youth. I believe in youth development, and one of the most exciting things that time was music. So having a series of competitions, we call them Battle of the Bands, I was then able to raise sponsorship from a few big companies, and eventually from that line of work, I moved into corporate events, running conventions, product launches and all. And until today, we are now a full-fledged company, of course, with a larger team, running larger events and training for bigger companies. But we had very humble beginnings. I actually didn't start in this office. I started in a little office room. So one big office, a little room, which belonged to my friend's dad.
Okay, for the next question, actually I plan to go for a medical course. So does the degree I take matter to become an entrepreneur?
Okay, I mentioned to you earlier on that I studied engineering, right?
Yes.
So you want to study medicine, and you were saying earlier on that you want to be a cosmetics entrepreneur.
Yes, that's true.
Right? So I'll tell you a couple of stories. Firstly, for myself, so I studied engineering, and one of the subjects that I really enjoyed in engineering was actually project management. So project management requires you to have the ability to understand materials, deliverables, understand how to deal with contractors, and having a management of the people involved in going in and out of the project to make sure everything is delivered on time. I would say a fair bit of what I studied in university has been pretty relevant in my new line of work. Now, you talk about yourself wanting to be an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur means being able to see something that is unique, an opportunity that you can turn and monetize, right?
Yeah.
But you want to study medicine, and being in medicine means you're going to be a doctor when you graduate.
That's true. Yeah.
So how do you tie in being a doctor and being an entrepreneur at the same time? Well, you see, being an entrepreneur does not require one to have a degree. So you do not have to have a university degree to qualify to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur can succeed, right, at any time of your life, but you have to understand the key rules. But the first thing is you need to know what you want to do and why you want to do it.
Mr. Silas, as a student in the university, what kind of business should I run for?
I cannot advise you on what kind of business you should do. There are many kinds of business opportunities out there. The first thing that you need to understand is that what is your capacity for business? You want to do a business while you're studying,
yes.
right? Why do you want to do a business while you're studying? Do you need the money or do you want the experience?
Both.
How much time do you have when you're studying? How many hours a week do you think you'll have to be in class?
I think half of the day, maybe.
Half a day?
Yeah, half a day.
Well, it depends on which university you go to
Yes.
eventually. So let's say you spend 4 hours a day in uni. So you have got 4 hours of free time every day. So that free time can be used for enjoyment or can be used to start a business. All right? But starting a business is something anyone can do. Being entrepreneurial, however, is different. You need to identify what opportunities will lie, all right, around you. In today's era, you can do a lot of things online. You can use TikTok to sell. You can use YouTube to sell.
Yes.
All right. So if you think you have the ability to sell cosmetic brands, all right, you may not own a brand yet, but you can start learning about cosmetics business, right, by being a cosmetics reseller. You can run a social media channel and talk about tips for using makeup or how to go about looking for the best makeup at the most affordable prices around.
Wow.
So it's something you can do in your free time, right?
Yes,
and all you
that's
need
true.
is a nice GoPro camera, some nice lighting like around here today.
Yes, that's true. I never thought of that.
Yeah, you can do that actually, right? And then you can make maybe 5, 10, 15% of the gross sales. All right, and don't forget to book through Andrea. All right, this is the password and you get 10% off. All right, so maybe those makeup brands will give you a commission and a discount to all your followers. So that's income right there. You don't have to walk around. You don't have to knock on doors to sell a product. All right, it's so amazing these days. And you can do that because you can then learn about cosmetics, learn to sell cosmetics, learn about the customers. So if you want to be a good entrepreneur, you need to understand who your market is.
Such a great idea, Mr. Silas. Thank you for that. So for the next question, do I need a big capital to start a business?
Okay, so let's talk about just a simple in your free time business. How much do you think you will need to sell cosmetics from your bedroom?
I believe like 500 ringgit.
I don't know. Let's not put money into this. Let's just talk about number one, your first investment is your time. How much time can you invest?
I believe in 4 or 3 hours.
A day?
Yes.
Okay. Big tip for you. The more time you can invest, the less money you need.
Wow.
Okay? The more time you can invest, the less money you need. And the more wisely you use your time, the less money you need also.
Wow.
Okay? So time is of the essence. Number one, do you have a handphone?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you have a handphone. You don't have the nice lighting that we have over here, but you know, if you open your window in your hostel bedroom, you get good natural lighting. You put your phone there. All the new phones have an ability to adjust the lighting so that you have a great video. So now if you have your phone, you can run a YouTube. How much does it cost to set up a YouTube account?
0 ringgit.
That's right.
Yeah,
All right. How much does it cost to run business from your own bedroom?
0 ringgit.
You don't pay your parents any money, right?
Yes, that's true.
Aircon is free, lighting
Yeah.
is free, everything
is
is free. So how much money do you think you need to start a business online right now?
0 ringgit.
Well, not exactly, but close to zero. Right? With what you
yeah.
already have right now, yes, maybe zero. All right? So your first investment is your time, but your other main capital is ideas. Without a depth of ideas, then you cannot start a business. So a lot of people think, I need cash. I need
Yeah.
cash to start a business. No. Cash is only a means of making the business start. No ideas, no business. No time, no business. No money, still can do business.
Lots of things I've learned from you, Mr. Silas. It's such a great opportunity to meet you. Thank you for today. Thank you very much for your sharing.
Well, you're welcome. It's also my pleasure. And thank you for coming to visit our place.
Alright, thank you. After hearing from Mr. Silas, I'm more confident to be a businesswoman. The key to a successful business is hard work. I will never give up and always believe in myself.